So we're at the Brunswick Heritage and Museum. This is
Washington.
Yeah. This is Washington.
Union Station.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the museum.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
First of all, Semper Fi, sir.
Semper Fi.
Vietnam veteran, right?
Yes.
So this is the Frederick County area. I think I showed you Washington, D.C. It may be still under construction in some parts, but right now this is so amazing. Like, we might catch up on some trains here, but yeah, I told you they're under construction a little bit. But yeah, this is so cool. Oh, here's that freight. There's a freight. There's a track cleaning car, by the way. So what this is, hey, there's Point of Rocks. That's Point of Rocks right there. So, sorry if the camera's a little wobbly. I have it on my stabilizer. So I'm gonna go down here because this is like all new to me. Oh my gosh. Look at this is Brunswick, guys. You see this? This is what Brunswick looked like before everything was torn down. Like, the roundhouse is not here anymore. The roundhouse was torn down during the Chessie system days in the 70s and 80s. Look at that's the station. Right here, all this stuff right here was torn completely down. The hump yard here was torn down and everything. And then what happened was, this was just a 2-track. There was 2 tracks on the side the B&O passengers on, and 2 tracks on this side. So you can see the B&O passenger over there. They had boxcars on these trains a long time ago, and it's replicating the 50s and 60s. Why it's the 50s and 60s, you may say? Well, I see a steam engine over here. So I'm going to follow the engine. There's a hump yard here too. That's pretty cool. So then we come down through here past Brunswick. I've never really been past Brunswick. Really, this is under construction. Then the trains pass again. So this is pretty cool. So the passenger goes around there and then into Washington. Let me follow the freight back. So let me go through. And this is what it would look like in the 1900s. Let me get a shot of it. Right down here. Down here. Dang it. I'm filming the trains.
I wish they'd get another apprentice this up there. They're doing landscaping here. There wasn't the trees or trees on there. But it is like, each city crowd, 90% of the houses are handmade. They're not kids.
Was there?
Some photos or actual buildings that are still there or were there. It's actually 1960 circa. Because a lot of the stuff's gone. Until the late 70s, early 80s, Brunswick was the largest rail repair yard on the East Coast. They would send stuff here to repair and then send it back out. You'll see the big Brunswick yard on this side, which what's out here used to look like.
Which railroad tore it down, CSX or Chessie system?
Well, it was originally Chessie. It was B&O, and then Chessie, and then they combined B&O, C&O, and Norfolk Southern, a couple others, into CSX, and they moved everything to Cumberland. So all of a sudden, there was nothing here. There's probably, I bet there isn't 50 people here now that work for the railroad. It used to be everybody. You lived in Brunswick, you worked for the railroad.
By the way, Cumberland Yard was shut down too.
Is they shutting Cumberland down?
Hump yard.
Oh,
The
the
hump
hump,
yard.
oh, the hump, okay, okay. They must be, where are they moving everything, to
I went
Pittsburgh or someplace?
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Somebody
Four-
put it on Facebook.
Oh,
4
wow.
days after I went down there, and then 4 days after that, they closed the yard.
Holy cow.
Yeah. My uncle works for CSX down in Cumberland. He lives in Cumberland,
Oh, okay.
like probably a quarter-mile away from the yard. So
Holy cow. Yeah, I had two twin cousins from here in Brunswick. I'm from Frederick.
see a passenger's coming.
We ended up parking in the,
Oh, we were ready to park. Yeah, because they had a commuter in Markington, they'll give you a ticket. But, yeah, that's what, it's practice to me, it's Monday through Friday. Amtrak comes through around 1 o'clock. It's 6 to 8 to that's it. That's it. And Washington, yeah.
so it was running idle in the whole time we were there. You remember that?
Yeah.
Of course, my wife said, we will, it's on the street because a week later, train derailed right out from where we were sitting.
Coal train spilled everywhere. Half of it was on piles and piles. Coal was spilled everywhere.
Holy cow, we were here to that wall. The train's going by, and they're not going slow. They're going about 30 miles an hour.
Probably take this thing off and get a better picture of it. Have to clean him up after a while.
Yes, tell me when it was. CSX's 30th anniversary
Last year.
last year. He makes up this big sign, Happy Birthday CSX.
Oh, wow.
And he stands on a platform down there and waits for a train to come down and holds it up. And he's got this big-
It's a coal train. When you're up here, when you hear those horns, do you ever come down to see what's going on?
Oh, no, I stay up here all day.
He's probably used to seeing trains go by.
Oh, I see them hundreds, well, not, we used to, but now, if what you see it half a dozen a day come through here. Is that a full train or just, oh, it is a full train.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have little yard trains that run around it. Yeah. Coal, yeah, it's coal either going into Virginia or going to the Baltimore Harbor to be shipped overseas. Because there's nothing in Maryland anymore except Calvert Cliffs. It's nuclear. There's no coal plants in Maryland.
Oh, yeah. I used to work in one.
Oh, okay, okay.
Down in, it's not Severna Park, but it's down in that.
Okay.
You got H.A. Wagner I worked at, that has 2 coal-fired. Now, do they run that much anymore? No. Maybe in the summertime when it's real hot. And then Brandon Shores is right next to it. That's, I don't think how many megawatts, 300 megawatts. That one runs a good bit because it has the latest technology in emissions control.
Oh, okay.
So that did, in fact, that was 15 years ago they did that. That's when I was in retired for 15 years.
Oh, okay.
But there at least 2. Now, there's one down in East Baltimore, CP Crane, that I
If you can see me, I'm just trying to look to
what
see down
happened
the
was I used
tracks.
to work for Baltimore Gas and Electric in the power plant. Then they deregulated and got rid of the power plants.
Yeah.
They're still there, but
Yeah.
they were under a private concern. Then we called Constellation,
Yeah.
and then Exelon took them over, and then they sold the power plants individually to some private, whatever, I don't even know half of it, what goes on down there. But I was just down there at Christmas time, and it's just like turmoil because these people don't know what's going to happen the next day. So, yeah.
That's the kids playing ball. Hey, batter.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I got I guess 12, is it 12 things I have sound? No, 10. My mom was in a nursing home and was Christmas time and after Christmas, we were cleaning out our room to decorate. You see, I had this one card from my cousin. It was one of those talking cards.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, and I thought I would be able to do something with this. So I took the guts out of it, took the battery out, and hooked it up with wires to, I think it's 3-volt DC, and have a push button so it Christmas song. Well, then my son and him too started giving me these cards, but for nonsensical. But one of them was 99 bottles of beer on the wall. So I put that in a bar I had on a train layout.
Okay.
And then I don't know what other ones we. I think it's 10 of them. I got a rotary switch. And
Yeah.
can put it on one of them, push button. Oh, I got a fire. You gave me a fire sound of a fire truck. So I put some lights in the fire truck. And just underneath that, so it's a siren that keeps going on.
Wait, where's the train? When's the next train coming? I'm gonna do this when he comes up to the crossing.
It takes them a little while to get around.
I hear one coming.
They must have done a good job because.
Well, they've been working on it since the 70s. I mean, it's an ongoing, ever-ending. And I actually don't do any of the technical stuff. I just show folks around, help clean up new stuff.
Yeah, they sit downstairs and do everything.
Well, everything but technical.
Oh, I hear it. I see it.
We were
See a
shut down for
headlight.
6 weeks. We took everything out, cleaned it, put it back. But they still have everything still there. And then Harper's Ferry, they've been working on the Harper's Ferry for years.
I got a couple of projects. My layout's not that big. It's about 10 by 12 L shape and it's about 50 inches wide. And I got projects laying down there that for a year or 2 years. It's just a can't seem to find the time to do it. If something needs to be done around the house, or I got a 94-year-old father-in-law that he's constantly has to go to the doctor. So,
A train.
Another one?
No, this
you
one.
mean the
HO.
passenger over there.
oh, it is very detailed. That
Yes, sir.
backdrop.
Oh, yeah. In fact, the right straight across here, there's a gray rectangle.
Okay, guys, that's enough playing around, but this train over here's moving again. So, that's still, this is gonna go. Might be another train coming, who knows? Some engines or something.
Everything is, except it doesn't have a circle, as you can, I didn't have that.
So they stopped, because you didn't see that, they stopped.
Oh, man, it's crazy.
The train stops. I'm gonna go back to Washington Union Station in a minute.
Yes, right up there. One of the actors is, oh, there it is. I get it because it's supposed to be circa 1960.
So,
Oh, yeah, but there's,
if I see a caboose, I'm gonna shout caboose. Hello. There's a real one outside right now, moving. This is a long coal train. Coming from Cumberland, I'm surprised. Here comes a B&O freight. Not on the real tracks, but on the layout behind me, so I'll quickly pan to this.
Good shot.
Yeah. A caboose, please be a caboose, please be a caboose, please be a caboose. Dang it, no caboose. So there's no caboose at the end of the train, it's just an end of train device. Seen some Chessie cabooses here before. Well, not me, but I've seen videos of Chessie cabooses before here. So, yeah, that's it. Coal train is... I feel like everybody's gonna think I'm lying. There we go. Yeah, there's a car racing the train behind the thing. Okay. So there we go. So there's a switching operation right here. There's a couple of passenger trains just waiting, I guess. There's a Southern. There's some PRR over there. Here's a switcher with some coal cars. So this is Washington. Not much action going on right now. There's a couple of engines derailed, I see. So this switcher with the coal cars. I wonder if any trains are going to come through Washington. I said there's some PRR. I knew there was electrification in Washington, but there's not. So Washington Union stations. Here's the switcher again. Yeah.